No fancy graphics, no fancy intro. This Cowboys team is soft, and I don't throw that word around lightly. These are professionals. These guys are the best at what they do, but this team right now, mentally and physically, is soft. They got to figure it out, or the season is just it's going to be a waste fast. Let's talk about it. I'm literally still at a loss for words as I think about and rewatch that game. Cowboys fans, it's your boy Fuster King as always. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. I don't throw around the word soft. Like, I just don't say that about these guys. They're professionals. They're really good at what they do. I respect every last one of those athletes, but they're soft. They are soft mentally, physically, emotionally. It's become draining watching this team go out, do the same thing, and then come back and say the same stuff. We got to talk about it. But before we do, this video is brought to you guys by BetUS. BetUS, all your betting needs. Anything betting-wise. NHL, hockey, soccer, NBA starting back up. NBA preseason is going on right now. Pretty soon it'll be NBA. Like, the real thing is crazy just how fast the NBA has kind of gotten underway. All your betting needs, BetUS can take care of you. When I think about this Lions game, the Cowboys were going into this game, right, shorthanded. That's real. Micah Parsons, one of your best players. No Deron Bland. Eric Kendricks out of nowhere, can't play. The list goes on and on. And it was kind of like, wow, you're going into this game. It was already going to be tough to win, but you didn't want to lose like that. You didn't want to play like that. And defensively, I'm not going to say I want to give Mike Zimmer a pass, but Mike Zimmer's the new guy here. Like, he's not going to be able to change the culture and turn around things. It's not on Mike Zimmer. Like, it's laughable to think that a guy who's playing with, a third-string corner, Kalen Carson's not out there. He doesn't have his starting middle linebacker, and although I like Maris Luafau, it's tough when his D tackles are in his lap all game. It was just tough. And I like Damone Clark, but it was tough on him too. I thought he had some good reps, and I thought it was like, nah, Damone Clark he still isn't it. When the game gets to 47, yeah, let's look at the defense. But I got to tell you, man, this offense, this quarterback, this play caller, they're married. This whole thing is just starting to look like it doesn't work. It's not working. And it's the red zone turnovers for me with Dak that I got to start there. I don't know why and how Dak keeps getting fooled in the red zone. It was 7-3 when he threw the first pick, I believe. You get that drive, and it's like, okay, you feel like you can move the ball a little bit. You feel like the energy is cool. And then you go in the red zone on the corner route to CD. Branch makes a great play, but we just can't keep having those turnovers. And then everything just snowballs from there. And then now I got to hold Mike in this front office accountable because for these guys to give Ezekiel Elliott that many carries when he's literally producing nothing, it's laughable after Rico Dowdle literally had his best game ever. His best game as a pro. There's something not right in this locker room. There's something not right with this team. And this is kind of what you get when you have an owner who's in the way. You have players who have a direct line to the owner, to the general manager, to the brash. You get stuff like this. You don't get the best football players playing. I'll do you one better. I'm watching it live. Zach Martin was awful. Like, he was the worst lineman for the Cowboys yesterday, and it wasn't close. Zach Martin was completely awful yesterday. He couldn't stay in front of his man. He was getting pushed into Dak's lap. He run blocked terrible. He literally looked like he does not need to be playing football. And you're hoping that's just a one-off, but I just don't see a world where he gets better. And then we got to talk about the receiving core and just the lack of anybody else being able to do much. Like, not only is CD and Dak not on the same page, and that's been an ongoing theme, and it's like, oh yeah, let's just wait till week 8, week 9, and they'll be good. And it's like, man, I just don't know. Like, I don't know if they're going to get on the same page. They've both been paid. It seems like, while I do believe that they like each other, and we know how much attention CD is getting, but that's the NFL. So I do have to blame Mike for that. Like, there has to be something that we can do schematically, whether it's raise up and just throw him hits 10 times, something scheme-wise that can get 88 the ball consistently. Because you paid him to. We paid CD to continue to play good. And right now, he's nowhere near playing. Like, both of these guys, like, it's been a waste of money to pay both of them. And so now we're looking for solutions. And Dak and Mike both came out and said, the practice. We need to practice better. And my problem with that is, guys, if it's week 6, you're 3-3, week 6, and we're talking about practice and we got to practice harder, man, you want to be getting stronger. You want to be looking at things that you could build on as the season goes on. You don't want to be having these, we got to go back to fun. Man, that's training camp. That's OTAs. That's not in season. We got a game plan. We got to get ready. You got the Niners. You think the Niners care about any of this? The Niners are coming to step on your face. And they probably will. The way this team played, they probably will. And Dak's going to come to the podium. This is why he's the quarterback. He's going to come to the podium. He's going to be clean dressed. He's going to say all the right things. I've got to be better. I've got to. But it's like, bro, at what point are we going to say, man, we just not going to go out like this? Now it's getting sad. So I got to be honest, guys. This was probably the worst loss. Ultimately, it was the worst loss. That was the worst loss that I think that I've ever been a part of. I mean, I didn't play in the game, but as a fan just watching at home, to lose like that, the Lions are a good team, but this isn't Tom Brady. This isn't some Super Bowl winning team. I just watched them lose to the Tampa Bay Bucks, and the Bucks really had their way with the Lions. The Lions couldn't move the ball. You're losing to guys like Jahmyr Gibbs, young player, and he's a star, but like he's running through your defense. He's running all over your defense. It's laughable. David Montgomery running over your players, walking over your players, and then this is where I get the soft stuff from, right? You can't be high and want to be celebrated, Jordan Lewis, when you do it to George Pickens, but then the very next week when Amon-Ra St. Brown is literally going for 130-plus yards or whatever, with some crazy amount on the defense, and now, you're on Instagram and you're telling them this, that, and the third, and y'all are going back and forth like, bro, some of y'all just need to just chill. Like, just delete your pages for a while. But you can't because your pride won't let you. And I think that's the main issue. So, cool. Bring in a new coach. Bring in Ben Johnson. It's not going to matter. You could bring in the hottest coach. The culture, for the longest, I was like, some of this culture stuff it's overrated. But there's a real issue right now in the Cowboys locker room. I can just feel it. There's the leadership. I'm going to be honest. I think that Dak is a great leader, but I'm starting to believe that there's probably guys in that locker room who are just tired of hearing what Dak has to say too. And that's unfortunate because I think Dak's a great player, but you can't tell me that there aren't guys in that locker room who are like, man, you know what? He's going to do the same thing over and over again. And then he's going to end up. We got to understand, y'all, people don't want to face this reality. This is year 9 going on year 10 with Dak, doing the same stuff. Interception at the wrong time. Bad play. And yes, he's a good quarterback, but like, do you think that Cowboys players think that we can win with him? Some may, some I don't know. But like when you losing like this, everybody has to be questioned. So right now, the Cowboys are what they are. They're soft. It's gonna be a tough week of content this week because I'm at a loss for words. I really have to figure out. They're saying McCarthy and Dak. Oh, we need to practice harder. I mean, I guess that sounds good. This is NFL. Why weren't you guys practicing harder in the first place? What's going on? This one hurts, y'all, because this is one that's like when you lose that way, I'm not mad at losing a close game. Fight. Show some grit. Getting beat 47-9. So, you guys let me know what you think. It's your boy Fuzz the King as always. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. I'll be here no matter what. But that was rough.